Why do some people linger in your memory, while others vanish the moment they leave the room? It isn't a lack of merit or money. They vanish because they failed to understand the biological rules of human interest. This is Law 6, court attention at all cost. In a world where everything is judged by its appearance, what is unseen counts for nothing. To gain power, you must first become a magnet. You have to step out of the bland masses and make yourself conspicuous, appearing more colorful or mysterious than the crowd around you. We are taught that perfection is the goal, but history tells a different story. Notoriety, even of the scandalous kind, is a far more reliable path to influence than being good. The human brain is hardwired to filter out the predictable. It reserves its limited processing power for the controversial, the unusual, and the inexplicable. Mastering this loophole is the only way to avoid the most common failure, being buried in oblivion and ignored by the people you are trying to reach. P.T. Barnum didn't just run a circus. He was a pioneer in attention architecture. In 1836, Barnum toured Annapolis, Maryland. To spark interest, he started a rumor that he was actually the Reverend Ephraim Avery, a man recently acquitted of murder, but still hated by the public. The reaction was a violent success. An angry mob surrounded Barnum, tore his suit to shreds, and prepared to lynch him on the spot. Barnum didn't panic. He used the mob's energy to lead them directly to his circus, claiming he could verify his identity once they were inside. Once the joke was revealed, the anger turned into a local legend. The circus was packed every night because everyone in town couldn't stop talking about the man who almost got himself killed for a prank. Barnum proved that the volume of attention dictates success more than the quality of that attention. He knew that being slandered and attacked was a victory because it meant he was no longer being ignored. In New York, Barnum scaled this. He covered his museum in massive banners and staged physical oddities on the street, like a man laying bricks in a silent, bizarre pattern, just to hijack the public's focus. He was exploiting crowd magnetism. If one person stops to look at something strange, others follow like dust bunnies, forming a dense cluster. This cluster acts as a single organism. Once gathered, you can easily guide them toward a specific goal or monetization funnel. But shock eventually wears thin. To keep his hold over the long term, Barnum added a second layer, the magnetic pull of an unsolvable mystery. He introduced General Tom Thumb, a 5-year-old whom Barnum claimed was an 11-year-old English boy. By blurring the line between fact and fiction, he forced the public to constantly debate his claims. The mystery was so compelling it even reached Buckingham Palace. Queen Victoria, known for her sobriety, was so intrigued by the debate that she requested a private audience with Barnum and his performer. Barnum realized that while shock gets you noticed, building an enigma prevents people from consuming and discarding you. As long as they are searching for an answer, you hold the power. In the digital era, the same rules apply. Holding a viewer's gaze determines which messages survive the infinite scroll and which ones are buried by the algorithm. Modern infiltration begins with the emotional spike. You trigger a sudden, unexpected reaction, like shock or intense curiosity, to break through the subject's daily numbness. Then you anchor it. You immediately link that emotional high to your personal brand, ensuring the feeling becomes tied to your image. The third step is the withdrawal of the resolution. Just as Barnum never allowed the public to settle on a single truth about his hoaxes, you must pull away at the exact moment their curiosity reaches its peak. The brain has a biological intolerance for unfinished stories. This is the Zygarnik effect, a state of continuous processing. Because you haven't provided an ending, the brain begins replaying the interaction over and over, trying to find a resolution that isn't there. You are no longer actively competing for their attention. Their own subconscious has taken over, doing the work of keeping you relevant for you. Ultimately, power isn't about being fully understood. It's about becoming an unclosed loop, a mystery that remains active in the minds of the masses long after you've left the room.